Namaste, Namaha Te. I bow with reverence to your God in you. Namaste. I welcome you all. Okay, let us start the meditation session today. Today's session is primarily looking into the fuzziness that engulfs our mind, how to make the mind clear, and how to be stable in a thought. These are the two aspects which will bring in a lot of improvement in our mental health. So let us today work over the aspect of bringing clarity into our mind. And in the next session, we will look towards how to bring in stability of the mind. So let us start. Please rub your hands together very softly, very gently. Touch the forefinger with the thumb, bend the other three fingers a bit, and bring your hands down onto your knees or onto your thighs. Take a deep breath in. Relax and exhale. Slowly close your eyes. Bend a bit forward, a bit backwards, to the right, to the left. Pull yourself a bit up, push yourself down in all these six directions. In this centered position, take a deep breath in and exhale. As we exhale, we remove all the tension from our forehead. The forehead, all the muscles of the forehead, they become loose. Feel them becoming loose, and there is no tension or stress on the forehead. Take another deep breath in. This and release. When we release the tension accumulated on the base of our eyes. Let the eyes become comfortable. Let there be no tension in the eyes. Take a deep breath in. Release. In the third release, release all the tensions behind your ears, bottom of the ears and behind your ears. Feel those muscles and make them comfortable. Take another deep breath in and release. In the fourth release, release all the tension accumulated in your neck and shoulders, the back of the neck and the shoulders. Let the shoulders drop down. Let there be no tension in your shoulders. Feel the happiness engulfing your face. Wherever tension has moved out, happiness creeps in. Let the face be happy, let the eyes be happy, let there be a smile on our face, let the ears be happy, the lips be happy, teeth, tongue, upper part of the mouth, neck, back of the neck, sides of the neck, shoulders. Let this upper part feel absolutely happy. Focus on your shallow, small little breath and focus on your smile. Now focus on your arms. Make the arms happy. The elbows are happy. The wrists are dancing in joy. And your both palms are happy. There is happiness growing on the center of your palm. There is a feeling, there is a tingling feeling at the center of your palm when you bring your awareness to the center of your palm and your wrists. When these two are happy, your entire arms are happy. So now we join this happiness with the happiness of the upper face. Similarly, now go down your lungs, your heart, your kidneys, your stomach, your liver, your large intestine, small intestine, all the internal organs one by one, feel where they are inside your body. And when you bring your awareness onto the organ, blood rushes to that organ and the organ feels happy, because when blood rushes there, it goes away also and it takes away extra toxins. The dirt gets removed. Either it gets removed through the kidneys or it gets removed through the lungs. Happiness in the body comes. Take a deep breath in and release. Another deep breath in and release. Go down to your legs. Feel the happiness in your thighs, in your knees, the inner part of the knees, the shins, and the ankles. The moment you feel your ankles, there is a tingling feeling in the entire body. Focus on your ankles, don't focus anywhere else. Take a deep breath in and you release. When you release, focus on your ankle, and the entire body will feel happy, because these are the most worked muscles of our body and we never take care of them. Feel the happiness at the bottom of your feet, the small of the feet. Try to move your fingers of the feet slightly. Feel their liveliness. Be there. Feel as if you are inside the fingers. Now that entire body of yours is full of happiness. Simply open your eyes. The body is happy. The breath is taking out all the toxins, and your mind may be wandering away. Close your eyes. Focus on your mind. Focus what kind of thoughts are coming. Are they good thoughts? Are they exciting thoughts? Are they sorrowful thoughts? Are they memories being replayed? Are they fears being rerun? Observe the thoughts. When the mind is full of such thoughts, the clarity does not happen. The basic main state of our mind is calmness. In yoga, they say the aim of yoga is chitta vritti nirodh. All these vrittis which are formed on the surface of the mind, removal of them is the main purpose of yoga. Observe the vrittis. They can be clished, they can be aclished. They can cause harm, they can cause no harm also. Observe all the thoughts. And now, imagine your Ishwar. What is Ishwar? There is a difference between Ishwar and Bhagwan. In English, both of them are translated as God, but in Sanskrit and Hindi, we have two different nuances covering them. One set of thoughts make it Ishwar, and another set of thought makes it Bhagwan. Bhagwan is someone who has Aishwarya, Shri, Gyan, Vairagya, Vaibhav, and Yash. Bhagwan, anyone who has these six things present in him is Bhagwan. Or when all these six things they combine, the manifestation is Bhagwan. In all our prayers, we pray to Bhagwan. We say, Hey Bhagwan, मेरे कष्टों का निवारण कर दो, और we say, Hey Bhagwan, मुझे ये दे दो. We always close our eyes and imagine this and make a prayer to Bhagwan. And now this is a very, very important and subtle difference. Bhagwan is someone who has these six characteristics, and when we do a very urgent prayer with utmost devotion, an image of Bhagwan is formed in our mind. That image is called our Ishwar. So Bhagwan is that unmanifested entity, that force which has got, which is the reason of combination of six things, and Ishwar is its impression caused on our mind. So when we go to a temple, what we do is we close our eyes, we bow in front of the murti, and we pray to God, and we pray to Bhagwan. And when we open our eyes, what we see in front of us is that murti, and that is our Ishwar. So the murti is helpful in making an image of the Ishwar. So everyone has his own Ishwar in him. Everyone carries his own image of his God with him. Everyone does that. That is why probably they said that we in Hinduism have 33 crore devtas. Probably at that time the population of the universe was 33 crores. It could be one of the explanations. So whatever you pray to God, and when you open your eyes, you see there is a tree in front of you. The people ka tree becomes your Bhagwan. You heard about Hanuman Chalisa. You read that the moment you ask something very urgently from God, and God appears in front of you, that becomes your own Ishwar. And that Ishwar, imagine now the image of your own Ishwar in front of you with closed eyes. Keep your focus on your breath, keep your focus on your smile, and imagine your Ishwar in front of you. The size could be as huge as anything. It could be small, it could be a murti in a temple, anything, anyone that you feel will answer your prayers. Let that Ishwar's image be formed in front of you. Now let us come back to this meditation. Imagine that when we are imagining, our awareness is also on our breath and smile. Smile, breath, and imagine your own Ishwar in front of you, and imagine the size of the Ishwar is. It is coming closer to you, and size is becoming smaller and smaller and smaller. Finally, it becomes the size of your half of your thumb, and it is present just 2 inches away from your forehead, from the center of your forehead, the center of the two eyebrows. And this image of your Ishwar is just 2 inches away, the size of your half thumb. Just imagine that. So we got to imagine three things. First is smile, second is breath, and third is your Ishwar 2 inches away from your forehead. In all the images of the God, one of the hands is in the mudra of Ashirvad. It is giving blessings to us. In every depiction of God, one of the hands is Ashirvad. Focus on that hand of your Ishwar in this 2 inches image, in this half a thumb image in front of your forehead 2 inches away. Imagine that hand out there. And from that hand, imagine a light coming and hitting your forehead center, a laser beam, a white light. It hits the center, the bindi point of ladies, and the tilak point of gents, and the center of the two eyebrows. It hits. It is a very concentrated ray of light, just like a laser beam, and this light enters inside your brain. It goes and it hits the center of the brain, which is called the pineal gland. This pineal gland is of the size of a groundnut, a small little groundnut. This is the gland which attaches emotions to every input. If someone says, "Hey, you idiot," you will hear these words, and these words will be attached with anger by this pineal gland. All the emotions and emotional responses are stored in this pineal gland. And when the light of the blessings from the hand of your Ishwar gets inside you and strikes this pineal gland, it shines like a diamond. Imagine it is shining like a diamond and it is enlightening the entire brain from inside. Everything is well lit, shining, beautiful. Thousands and thousands of diamonds you can see sparkling inside your mind, because the most concentrated form of light, a laser beam of blessings, has entered your mind from your Ishwar, which is just 2 inches away from your forehead, of the size of half of your thumb. Now slowly open your eyes. Whenever we are under the attack of dullness, or we are under the attack of anger and all associated negative feelings, focus on these three things. At that very time, when you want to do but you are feeling sleepy, just smile, focus on 5 4 5 breaths, and imagine your Isht Dev is 2 inches away from here, out here, with his hand like this, the blessings wala hand facing this side, and that light is entering you from here, and it goes deep, deep inside, and the entire mind explodes like a bowl full of diamonds. The entire mind becomes full of sparkling solitaire diamonds. Your pineal gland gets the boost. And this exercise, you need not sit in meditative posture. You can continue to do this any time of the day. Whenever there is a confusion in mind, why does confusion happen? Confusion happens because a part of that is good, rest is bad, a part of me is in you, and you are not correct. Arjun also faced this confusion. He had enemies in front of him, and there were not absolute enemies. Some of them were his relatives also. That is the confusion. The part of me is in you. We also, when have two options in front of us to do something, those two options have something good in both, and it is very difficult to identify what is good and what is bad. In such moments, do this exercise. क्या करूं किम कर्तव्य विमूढ़. In Sanskrit they say kim kartavya vimud. What should I do? I have become absolutely motionless. मूड बन गया हूं मैं, जड़ जड़ मूड की तरह. At that very moment, focus on your smile, focus on your breath. Imagine your Ishwar is just in front of you, 2 inches away from your forehead. His hand is piercing your forehead with the most intense light, and that light is going and hitting inside your pineal gland. All negative emotions that are attached with the input that has come in will get burned away. You will find clarity in the mind. This clarity in the mind, you yourself will be surprised. It takes away everything that causes confusion in you, and your energy gets channelized into what you need to do. And what you need to do is what the energy wants your karmas to be completed. Exhaust your karmas. Whatever is in front of you, you have a mind, मैं करूं के ना करूं, मैं सो जाऊं, मैं कल करूंगा. Whenever procrastination hits you, get into this visualization. Immediately, you will be filled with energy, and with that energy, you will perform your task. The clarity of the mind comes with this exercise. Let's keep practicing this for a week. Next week, we will work on stability of the thought. How to stay stable on a thought and at the same time have clarity of mind. These are the two things that we will do next week. This week, we have said how to introduce clarity in our life in trying situations. With this, we come to the end of the meditation session. Thank you very much for being there. Namaste. Namaha te. I bow with reverence to your God in you. मैं आपके ईश्वर को आपके साथ नमन करता हूँ. धन्यवाद.